Hey, good morning, everyone. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to join us. My name is Drake Lovern. I am one of the annuity sales directors over here at IMES. Before we turn it over to Dave, I have some important information to share about who we are over here at IMES and a quick highlight of why our agents love working with our team. One of the top reasons is the best-in-class service that we offer. That is our commitment. You can always reach a live person during our business hours at 800-255-5055. We strive to answer your phone call with an IMES employee with 2 rings or less. We will have a few polls during the webinar as well. And if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put them in the webinar questions, and we will make sure they are answered for you today. One thing that we offer over here is our new producers builders. For those of you who are new here at IMES, these are bonuses that are available based on your production level in your first 180 days of contracting with us. We have great levels that you can qualify at, and as you can see inside each level are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks for you, and even cash rewards available. If you'd like to know where you stand toward your new producer builder, or if you'd like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, please give us a call to your sales director at 800-255-5055. We also offer referral programs for our producers as well, with a $50 one-time bonus for those referrals that you offer as well. And some other great incentives. Now, where the real money comes from is as your referral writes business, you'll receive an override on that business. Our ownership team, Steve Murray and Charles Shearing, and Curtis Fox, sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. With that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from doing business with our team, please type some information in the question box, or you can give me an email at drake@imesinc.com and shoot me over that information. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer. For every 100,000 in fixed index annuity premium, that would get you $100 in marketing reimbursement towards your account. Why this is so popular and lucrative for our advisors is we truly do consider this to be your money, so we don't cap your account, mandate where you spend the funds, or tell you when you have to cash that account. It is your marketing reimbursement. We don't tell you the vendors you have to use. We do recommend vendors that we partner with and leverage at reduced rates and preferred service. We also have our creative team to create a marketing strategy and provide in-house services. If you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account or have a conversation about how to utilize it, give your sales director a call at our office. We'd love to speak to you in regards to that. Back office support. This is another way we add value to your business. This is the core of IMES, how Charles Shearing founded us 36 years ago. We want to help the independent advisor work smarter, not harder. We're going to do that with great business building tools and resources. Of course, advanced case design, assistance, a life and annuity quotes. With that, we make a 24-hour turnaround guarantee to you. We're going to get you those illustrations that you request within 24 hours of your request, and I'm going to be honest with you, in reality, it's much quicker, normally within the hour. Our website, also a great tool for our producers to use, and another reason to work with IMES. Once you are contracted, you have full access to everything you can see on the slide, and so much more at imesinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it is very simple to do so. You're done with this call, go ahead and create an account, and we'd love to see you on there. A lot of great tools available to run illustrations, get online forums, product grids, product news, and industry updates. One of the tools on our IMES Inc. website is the Firelight application, which is the technology utilized by producers every day to write e-applications for annuities. Works very well, and some carriers even offer incentive bonuses to write apps through Firelight. Normally, it gets those applications through the door much faster as well. Utilizing our Firelight platform for the application process, actually, kind of like I'd mentioned there earlier, it truly does get the application from the office to the carrier in a much more timely manner, as well as reduce errors on filling out the app and reduces those not in good order issues. Creative marketing solutions. We do have a full in-house creative team. We can help your practice, and a lot of items are turnkey and available for you. We can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. Speaking of your logos, agency solutions are something that we are very good at, something that if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can help. This is going to assist with your name recognition, which grows your natural market organically. You can get your logo designed and imposed on business cards, brochures, and stationery. Also want to highlight Retirement Analyzer. It's a holistic analysis software that helps your clients understand where they are with their current financial situation as compared to where they want to be. It's a great closing tool as well. It will show your clients in a very easy to understand format how much closer they'll be to their goals because of implementing your products and strategies. IAMS Wealth Management. We founded IAMS Wealth 4 years ago now. What we've done is grow this division on IAMS very organically. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass their Series 65. A very successful clip. Once we have you registered, we will bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We have great technology and great investment platforms. This has been a major growth sector of our business and assets under management, and could be a major growth sector for your business as well. All right, we put a lot of great stuff on our social media platforms, so go out there and like us on Facebook and connect with us on LinkedIn. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Dave Pipper, who's going to talk to us about Social Security today. Dave, can you hear us?
I certainly can. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. Doing well. Getting a good start to the week. We made it to Tuesday, so
good.
Only, three more days left.
Good deal. Can you give me the controls, or do you want to control it?
Is it okay if I control this bad boy today and we can click through?
Yeah, and I can control it from here too. I think I got the controls, or I thought I did. But you know what? Let's go ahead. We'll get going now, and we're going to do this. I've got to scoot out of here in about 45 minutes. A little travel time for an appointment in Omaha, so we'll get her going here. I appreciate you going through everything. My name is Dave Pimper. I'm a producer. Been in the business for 41 years, and I coach. I coach production coaching, also a lot of marketing and Social Security. So here we go with Social Security. So we can go to the next slide. And we're going to go through those slides here pretty quick. It says most retirees get little advisor help on Social Security. A majority of older Americans get no professional advice about a key part of retirement planning, Social Security, even if they work with a financial advisor. Isn't that wild? Most financial advisors don't really understand Social Security. Next slide. So there's a test. Only 1 in 300 seniors can ace. So here's the first question. I want you to take this test with me. Next slide. Take this test with me. The first question is, to maximize your monthly Social Security checks, at what age must you claim benefits? So if you want to maximize, you say you're single, you want to maximize your check, what age do you take it at? Write it down. Okay, click 3 times, would you? That'll get us to the answer. Boom, there it is, 70. Not full retirement age 70. Next slide. What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits? What's the earliest age you can receive survivor's benefits if you're not disabled? Well, if you're not disabled, write it down. The answer is, click it, please. Yeah, it is age 60. Okay, click a couple, 3 times, and we'll get to the next slide. Question number 3. Does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? Does your spouse need to receive benefits for you to qualify for spousal benefits? Yay or nay? Okay, click. Yes, they do. Double click. Boom, boom, boom. Now, next slide. Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? That's an interesting question. Can divorced spouses receive spousal benefits? Yay or nay? Click. Here's the answer. Yes, if 4 stipulations are met. So, hold on just for a sec. Excuse me. If here's 4 stipulations can be met. The first one is, you can kind of click on down there. The first one is you have to be unmarried. Marriage lasted 10 years, and you can kind of click 4 times here. 4 years, your ex is at least 62, and the divorce was 2 years ago or longer. Married at least 10 years or longer continuously. Spouse is unmarried. Your ex, you're unmarried. Your ex can be married. Ex-spouse at least 62, divorced 2 years or longer. Yep. Next slide. Last slide. Are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you're divorced? Are you eligible for survivor's benefits if you are divorced? Yay or nay? The answer is, you can put yes. It is yes, and those 4 same stipulations are met. So, you got to ask yourself. You can go back on this a little bit, but you got to ask yourself, how did you do on that test? So did you get 1 or 2 right? Yeah, probably need to help some training, some coaching. 3 or 4 right? No, you're pretty strong. 5 right? You should be teaching the class. Very few people get all 5 right, and then have them with those stipulations. Okay, next slide. Which is pretty wild on this. How important is Social Security? Nearly 60% of all retirees count their Social Security as their major source of income. More than 401ks, more than pensions, more than savings. Next slide. Doing this one thing with your Social Security can mean losing $100,000 in retirement. So it says on the first bullet point, how much does Social Security claiming at the wrong time cost you? Bullet point 2, retirees will lose an average of $111,000 in income per household over the lifetime. Why? Because they took Social Security at the wrong time. Only 4% of people take it at the right time. And it isn't always wait to 70. That's for your single benefit for a single person. But how about your lifetime benefit? That's a different matter. How much you make in your lifetime. Next slide. Yeah, Social Security was started in 1935. Average age of a person to die for longevity was age 62. Pretty good actuarial odds. Used to be only 65. You could take Social Security. Now it's as early as 62 at a discount, as late as 70 with the premium. Cost of living adjustments or inflation was started in 75. Taxation started in 83, got heightened in 93. Bipartisan Budget Act, the first big act to phase out. It phased out. The last big one we had was in 2015, implemented in 2016. Phased out, file, and suspend in 6 months, and restricted as phasing out at the end of this year. Next slide. Yeah, I mean, simple matter. Social Security 101, full retirement age, somewhere between 66 and 67, depending on when you're born. If you take early, as early as 62, it's discounted. You get it now, but it's discounted. waiting longer. Like I'm 67, gonna be 68 in April. I'm waiting. I'm earning a guaranteed 8% a year, but I'm not taking a benefit. I'm still working and letting it grow. Got to take it 70 or you just lose the benefit. Next slide. Yeah. Can Social Security have a huge value? Darn right it can. If you take at your right time, not the right time, not a right time, take your right time and live long enough to enjoy it. Next slide. Trust fund run a deficit of 56 billion this year. There was 2.8 trillion that came in, or excuse me, 2.8 trillion in the trust fund. About 1.1 trillion came in. Expenses were a little more than 1.1 trillion. Decrease of 56 billion. First time since 1982. So it's been 40 years since there's been a decrease in the trust fund. The trust fund's supposed to run out of money. So if the trust fund runs out of money, will there be no benefit? Well, no, because it's a pay-as-you-go system with payroll taxes. The 6.2% you pay, the 6.2% the employer pays. Yeah, that's the way that the money comes on in. Next slide. How would they firm up, or how would they make it right for the future generations? It's either going to be by taxation, probably, or by increase in ages. Maybe the full retirement age goes to 70, or you can go as late as 73. I mean, think about it. 65 was the full retirement age back 85 years ago, and now full retirement age is 67. It's only gone up two years, but age has gone up about 18 years for longevity. Next slide. It's a pay-as-you-go system. That's a fact. Payroll taxes is the major part. Do they buy government-issued treasury bonds called special issue treasuries? Market value adjustment to interest rates, which is good for them. They can cash anytime, but they've taken those bonds out for years and put in the IOUs. They use it in the general budget. Is it a Ponzi scheme? No. I mean, backed by the government, just like currency. Currency is backed by the government. If you think Social Security is a Ponzi scheme, then currency is a Ponzi scheme. Next slide. If you have any questions, type them on in. When you figure out your benefit, you need 40 quarters of coverage. Takes about $1,640, $1,640 in 2023. If you make that much money, you get a quarter of credit. You can get 4 of those. You get 4 of those. And there really aren't quarters anymore. That was done away in 1978, but you can earn all of it in 1 quarter, but you can only earn 4 a year. You need 10 of those, so 10 years of work. It's inflation adjusted for your highest 35 years. COLA in 2022 was 5.9. COLA for 2023, 8.7. It's high, 8.7%. Next slide. It's a big deal. Yeah, full retirement age. If you're born from 1943 to 1954, the age is 66. I was born in 1955. What's my full retirement age? So I get the 100% of the benefit, the full benefit or the normal benefit, 66 years and 2 months. Sarah steps up 2 months per year to 1960 or later. 1960, yeah, if you're born 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67. A newborn born today, 67. That's as old as full retirement can be for Social Security. Next slide. It's pretty early. If you take early, it's reduced. So depending on your age, it's reduced anywhere at 62. If you take it at 62, reduced anywhere from 25 to 30%. Done. I mean, for the rest of your life, it's like that. The longer you wait, the bigger it gets. Next slide. This is if you wait later than full retirement age. You earn 8% a year guaranteed. So I have a benefit of $3,000. My full retirement benefit. I waited a year. Well, I'm going to go on in and I'm going to get 8% times 300. I'm going to make 240. And then the next year I'm going to make 240. And boy, when you throw COLA on top of that, in 2 years my benefit grew just shy of $1,000. It's a lot. It's a lot to let it delay. Next slide. So let me just say this. There's 3 ways to go in and get Social Security from Insurance Agency Marketing Services and Dave Pimper. You can go in and do a seminar. Like I've got a seminar right now. I think I've got about 35 invites or 40 invites right now for the seminar. Yeah, we do Social Security seminars. It's $2,750. We coach you up on Social Security. 3 coachings of Social Security, and you can use me anytime that you want to within reason for questions, for short questions. There's Retirement Boss Radio, a retirement radio show for an hour. We put it together, market it through IAMS. Cost is normally somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 a month, all in for an hour show. Hopefully, on the top 2 or 3 radio stations in your area. We coach you up on Social Security there too. IAMS pays me, doesn't cost you. Third way, you don't want any kind of marketing. You just want to learn Social Security. $800, 4 sessions. You can use me as a reference anytime you want to after that as far as questions on Social Security. A lot of people, if you're working the pre-retired or just retired crowd, absolutely you should understand Social Security. So, with the spousal benefit, Dave's PIA primary insurance amount, the amount at full retirement age is $2,400. Amy's primary insurance amount is $1,000. Dave takes him, Amy takes hers. Dave gets $2,400. Amy can take all of hers or half of Dave's, whichever is higher. All of hers or half of Dave's. All of hers is $1,000, half of Dave's is $1,200. No, she's going to take $1,200. This actually with the married couple is done automatically. It deems the highest benefit. Next slide. Survivor benefit. Everybody dies. Everybody. No one gets out of here physically alive. Dave's benefit on this hypothetical illustration is $2,000. Amy's is $1,200. Who normally dies first? The guy, 75% of the time. Dave kicks the bucket. Amy can drop her benefit and jump up to Dave's. If she doesn't drop hers, she never gets Dave's. It's elected. You have to request it. Also, which gets more complicated, but on the very last bullet point, the 5th bullet point, Amy can go on in and she can take Dave's at a discount. So it's going to be discounted 28.5% at the age of 62. And then she lets hers grow and grow and grow all the way to 70. Her $1,200 will eventually be worth more than his $2,000. And you can turn it on and get the full benefit, as long as you turn it on past full retirement age. That's pretty cool. A lot of options with survivors. Next slide. How about divorce benefits? A lot of people are divorced, sadly. Remember the 4 things. To get a divorced benefit, meaning your ex can be just as you're married to him in Social Security eyes. The marriage lasted 10 years or longer continuously. You're currently unmarried, ex is 62 or older, and the divorce happened 2 years ago or longer. All those things line up. You can use your spouse as if you can use each other. You can double dip on this thing, but there's many more options for a married couple than a single couple, single divorce. So that's why this is not always will it benefit, but many times it will. Next slide. And of course, I go through those much slower when we're together in coaching, if that's what you want to do. And we'll set up a poll at the very, very end that you can mark yes if you'd like to go in and sign up for some coaching. I mean, just no cost. Just talk to me for 15, 20 minutes, kind of what you're doing, how Social Security might be able to make a play within your business. It's really, it's helped my business immensely. So next slide. This is called restricted application. It's coordinating a spousal benefits on the next slide. So what happens is you've got to be born before January 2nd of 54. Not your spouse, but you taking it. So you know what? That means you're 69 years right now, 69 years old. If you're under 69, you can't do this. And it's only lasts for a year. But here's how restricted works. And I'm going to go through this pretty quick because it's complicated and not many people can use it anymore. So we'll go to the next slide. Say you're 69 years old, got to be born before January 2nd of 54. Dave's PIA is 2,400, Amy's is 1,000. You restrict your application to the spousal benefit. Amy has to be taking hers. She takes her grand. Now you're going to let yours grow the 8% up to 70, one more year. But if you restrict it and you mark it as restricted, you can go in and get half of Amy's benefit. Half of that 1,000 is 500. Well, for right now, the most you could get, 500 for 12 months. You could go in and get 6,000 extra money. I mean, it's free money. It's absolutely free money. Can you knock that panel out of this slide? Yeah, that's free money, which is pretty cool. So that's called restricted application. Can't use it much anymore. And we did that scenario on a 2.8 percent COLA. Next slide. There we go. Thank you. You know what Social Security can do? They can give your highest benefit at a certain age. Dave, you walk in there, Dave, you can get this much right now. You can get this much at 65. You can get this much at full retirement age. You can get this much at 70. You know what they can't do? They can't tell you which one is better. They can't ask you any questions. They can't give you any advice. Well, unless you're taking it right then, what good does that really do? They don't figure cost of living, average cost of living. They can't ask you about your health. They can't ask you how long you think you'll live. They can't ask you what is your income right now or what's your asset base or where's your expenses. They can't ask you what you want to do. They can't ask you how does your income flow look. They can't ask you that. The advisor, I can ask that. They cannot. A little different with Medicare. Medicare, they can give you advice on the phone. That's why you see Medicare. You see Medicare seminars. How often do you see government Social Security seminars? Can you say never? Because it is never. Next slide. This comes right from their manual, from their working manual. Number D, provide enough information so that claimants can make informed choices, but do not give advice. Is that wild? Do not give advice. Next slide. We give advice. They don't. I always say consider all your income streams, and I fact find on this to go in and find available money that they can commit to work. I can work with, but it's not a standalone income stream. There's 4 income streams, and this is not a standalone income stream. Most flexible of the income streams are claiming at your time, not your right time, not the right time. And don't forget about the survivor benefit. My mom has been on my dad's survivor benefit for 18 years when you're talking about what age is the break even. Next slide. Those are the 5 pillars of income. There's 4, and then Social Security: wages, pensions, income producing assets that could produce income, RMDs, actually age of 73 now, not 72, and Social Security. Social Security is how it really conduits into the other 4. So there's 5 pillars of income, but 4 non-Social Security. The moneymaker here is number 3 for us, finding that investment, that dormant 401k, that IRA they're unhappy with their Jones broker or Merrill Lynch broker or Morgan Stanley broker or Northwestern Mutual advisor. Yeah, savings. You know what? We can get. I mean, I just did a 10-year fixed annuity for 5.1%. It's pretty wild. I mean, those are pretty tax deferred because rates are going to go down after those rates go up. I mean, I don't think in 4 or 5 years from now, I bet rates are quite a bit lower than they are right now. How Social Security complements those other 4 income streams. Next slide. Yeah, it's complicated. Ton of benefits. Lots to consider for your best claiming decision. Next slide. Yeah, 3 ways to market. Remember I told you those? Social Security seminars, $2,750. That's pretty inexpensive. We might be going up because costs are going up some on mailing, but $2,750. Guaranteed 35 setup attendees. Yeah, that sign up. Retirement Boss Radio. We coach Social Security there free, also like the first one. I Am Pays Me, or just 4 Social Security sessions for $800 just to learn Social Security. Next slide. A procrastination site. You know what? Hardly ever do you hear someone saying, I've made so much money from procrastinating, it's wild. There's an old slogan, the saying, it says, procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. You know what? Tomorrow never comes, does it? Never comes. Don't let that be you. If you heard something today, people who take action, they're the ones who make the most money. Yeah, if you heard something that you like, and we're going to put up a poll here just in a second, and that poll will give you a chance to go in and mark yes that you do want an appointment. So as we're getting that poll on up, there's no saying procrastination is my sin. It brings me constant sorrow. I really shouldn't practice it. Perhaps I'll stop. Well, tomorrow never comes. Don't let that happen to you. And if you heard something today that you like, mark yes on this. You know what? It'll be about a 15-minute conversation. There's no charge for this. There's absolutely no strings attached. I'm a producer like you are. I'm pumping out appointments every single day. I'm a big marketer. I mean, I'm a pay-to-play guy. I pay for marketing to bring me in a lot of appointments. We're doing a retirement movie this week at a movie theater. We're going in, actually with the seminar, it's a dinner seminar. We're doing a Social Security workshop next month. So we've got a lot of marketing going on. But Social Security, for starting out and doing seminars, or if you have been doing them, you know that it's a very, very good subject. 94% of all Americans that are the age and can take Social Security that will take it. I mean, 94 are available or taking. I mean, it's almost everybody's on Social Security. It's a great thing. A lot of people need help with this. So if you'd like to go in and get just a 15-minute consultation, there's no cost for it whatsoever. Kind of feel what you're doing and what we do and maybe how we can help you, mark yes. So I'm going to turn this on over. Drake, is that you? I didn't know who's running this for me today.
Yeah.
Is it Drake?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought it was Drake. Yeah, you're kind of like it's hard to hear you. I think you're on speakerphone maybe, but I'll turn it over to you now.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. No. Thank you for your time, Dave. But I wanted to highlight we're also having our Ascend virtual sales event take place tomorrow, January 18th. That kicks off at 11 a.m. Central Time and runs till 3:30. But going to be having 3 keynote speakers on there, speak towards annuity and life, the side of the house. So going to be some really good information on there. But thank you everybody for attending today. And yeah, it's always got. If you did mark yes, I'll be following up with you all to set some times to speak with Dave, and we'll go from there. But again, thank you all for your time. And Dave, thank you as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week.
Okay, Drake. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Bye now.